Okay, so here's my stance on this. Law is considered to be one of the most, if not the most interesting character in the One Piece verse. Back when we got the introduction to all the Supernova back in Sabo Odi arc, and we got to see all their bounties, it was amazing. There was Kid, 315 million, Luffy, 300 million, Hawkins, 249 million, X-Drake, 222 million, and then there was Trafalgar Law, 200 million. When Law eventually got to the stage with Luffy and Kid arguing about who's gonna get to fight the Navy, well, he wasn't really arguing with Luffy, he was arguing with Kid about who's gonna get to fight the Navy, telling him back out and stuff. I was thinking to myself, why is Law so deserving to be on this stage with Luffy and Kid? Because I already knew Luffy and Kid's status, but Law was around the 5th highest bounty. Back then, a lot of people used to power scale based off bounty and how important they will be in the story based off bounty. I was thinking to myself, why is Law so deserving to be on the stage with Kid and Luffy, even though he has lower bounties than X-Drake and Hawkins? But later down the story, we find out Law's purpose in the story, all that. But back then, we didn't really understand. In my opinion, I didn't really understand why Kid and Luffy were sharing the stage with Law. I thought Hawkins maybe deserved to be on the stage with them, or X-Drake, based off the bounties. I think something that a lot of people miss back in Sabo Odi arc, when Kid and Law were basically waiting for Luffy to show up while Kami was in the auction house. I think what a lot of people miss is that during their interactions with all the other Supernova, I think that Kid and Law understood that to survive in the new world, you either have to take a Yonko out or you have to go under a Yonko's wing. And I think Law especially knew that more because since he spent time under Doflamingo and he knew basically everything about there was to know about Doflamingo. He knew that someone even as strong as Doflamingo, who at first he didn't even think he could beat, he wanted Kaido to strike Doflamingo for him by getting Doflamingo in trouble. Law understood that in the new world, you either have to take down a Yonko or you have to go under a Yonko's wing. And I think that Kid and Law, while they were in Sabo Odi arc, interacting with all the other Supernovas, I think that they were also looking for people they could maybe in the future forge alliances with. Law, when he saw Luffy punch the Celestial Dragon, no care in the world, just straight up rock that nigga shit right in his face, like, oh nah, like, yo, this nigga, what this shit's like. I think Law understood at that time that this is the type of guy that I probably want to get an alliance with, because he has no fear of nothing. If you're able to punch a Celestial Dragon with no fear, and that was all because you were worried about your friend and your friend's safety, and you didn't want the Celestial Dragon taking away your friend, I believe this is the type of guy that I would want to get an alliance with. If I was Law, that's what I would think. Kid, I think that was also another reason Kid was waiting for Luffy. Kid wanted to see just who Monkey D. Luffy was. He's heard so many things about Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy this, Monkey D. Luffy any lobby, Monkey D. Luffy just doing a whole bunch of things, making raves. And Kid himself was considered to be crazy, but Kid at that time, he believed he was crazy. He believed that Luffy was crazier than he was. When he spoke to Killer, he was like, yo, Killer, the rumors are true, this guy is dead ass crazy. But once we got to the main stage with Kid, Law, and Luffy, they're all arguing about, yo, I'm gonna go kick the Navy ass. Like, Kid like, nah, hell nah, I'm about to kick their ass. Law like, yo, Kid, back the fuck up, don't worry about what the fuck we do. Like, Law never mentioned nothing about, yo, Luffy, you can't go do this, you can't go do that. I think that Law wanted to see Luffy in combat also, just how he was before he forged the alliance. And a lot of people speculating with this Law is gonna betray Luffy. Oda killed it. In my opinion, Oda just killed it with the road poneglyph thing. People have been saying ever since Law defeated Doflamingo, there was no real purpose left for Law. I'm like, what? It's mad purpose left for Law. Law wants to find out the will of D, and in order to find out the will of D, he's gonna have to be around until the end of the story. Now, in my opinion, Law dying is not happening. It's not happening no time soon. Law dying at the end of the story, maybe that could happen. But Law right now, I believe that Law will be in the story for longer. And I just don't see Law's character being the type that portrays what he learned from Koda-san, the type of love he had for Koda-san, and the type of person Koda-san helped him become. I just don't see Law's character becoming the type to betray. For Law's character to betray Luffy and the Alliance, it would literally destroy his character, in my opinion. In my opinion, Law betraying Luffy and the Alliance would be worse than Law going up against Kaido one-on-one. Because you have to think about it like this. Eventually, Luffy's going to win. And when Luffy wins, Luffy has all these connections with the New World. Luffy's looking for the same thing. He's basically looking for the will of D. Luffy has somebody who could decipher the poneglyphs. Nico Robin. It just wouldn't make sense for Law to betray Luffy. Law betraying Luffy and the Alliance would cause more problems than there is right now for Law. If Law was to suddenly say, oh shit, nah, hell nah, Kaido, you know what? You got it. I don't want to do this no more. We came to kill your head. We messed up your Smiles deals with Doflamingo. You know what? My fault. I'm gonna leave these guys and I'm gonna let you do your thing. Do y'all see Law's character doing that? It wouldn't make sense. And Law's character doing that, it would just turn out worse for him. Luffy has all these connections. Like I said, Luffy and him are basically searching for the same thing, so they will bump into each other again. So there's no point, in my opinion, for Law to betray Luffy. Law, as we know right now, the only person in the One Piece verse that could decipher the poneglyphs is Nico Robin. There's nobody else in the One Piece verse that we know that could decipher the poneglyphs. And I think that's why Law eventually made friends with Nico Robin, because he understands that she's the only one. There's Pudding, but Pudding didn't have her awakening yet. But that's what we know of right now. In my opinion, why Law decided to save Luffy back in Marineford was because he knew he was going to be in an alliance with Luffy in the near future. He needed Luffy. Him and Luffy both share the same name. They both share the will of D. You know, he knew. I think, like I said, Law made up his mind about when he was going to make his alliance with Luffy as soon as he seen Luffy punch the Celestial Dragon. With the thing that Kurosan told him, the people of D are the sworn enemy of the gods. When he seen Luffy punch the Celestial Dragon Carlos, he knew at that time, oh yeah, this is the guy I'm riding with. I'm about to ride. This is the guy I'm riding with. That's why Law decided to save Luffy in Marineford. He was watching on the TV. He could have just left the situation alone. He could have let Luffy be, but he decided to get up with his crew and he said, come on, we're gonna go. We're going, guys. Like, that moment was so awesome to me. Like, oh my God, I got chills when I seen that moment. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section why you think Law would betray Luffy in the alliance and how that would turn out for him. Why you don't think Law would betray Luffy in the alliance, how that would turn out for him, because that's gonna turn out spectacular for him. They're gonna win. They're gonna beat the Yonko ass. They're gonna be on top. They're gonna be on top of the pirate world at that moment. But nah, that's all for today. I'm gonna see y'all next time. We're gonna discuss about One Piece chapter 999 when the official translation comes out. Until then, see ya.